The sumptuous garden of a presidential palace. It is night time. We hear garden sounds. Throughout the play, these are interspersed with the chants of an angry crowd from beyond the palace walls. Adam, dressed in gardener's clothes, is digging a hole. His phone rings.
Hello, ma'am. It's taken longer than I know. I'm sorry, ma'am. You need to go now. Look, can you just try and hold on for another little bit? I will be a tiny bit longer. I promise. I will. What? Oh, right. Come on, ma'am. So, don't get all upset now. I'll clean it up when I get home. It's fine. You'll be fine, ma'am. No, don't be trying to get yourself out of bed. Are you listening? Yeah. You just have a little sleep on the chair to.
The sound of footsteps. Another man enters. He's dressed expensively in a casual jacket and trousers, but he's unshaven, and a couple of his shirt buttons are undone. He stands staring at the gardener.
Well?
I'm sorry if I disturbed you, sir. I didn't think you'd be not at this time of night.
Chants from an angry crowd beyond the palace walls are heard.
I couldn't sleep.
I'm sorry to hear that, sir.
The other man pointedly looks to where the gardener has been digging.
I can explain. Just before clocking off, the lads and I were going outside to the yard, like to give me a quick send off. Today's my last day. See. So I'm retiring so I can look after my mum, and not that that's strictly relevant, but sorry. Anyway, when I went back to pick up my things, there was this note on official paper, and it was pinned to the wall. A matter of urgency, it said, instructing us to dig a deep ditch. So I went straight back out to get the others, but they'd all disappeared.
Why are you digging here? This is my private area of the garden.
It was just what the map said.
It's supposed to be on the other side of the palace.
Sorry, it is. You see, I thought the arrow was meant to be.
Well, it didn't.
No.
Tell me something. What are the dimensions?
I've done it exactly as it was set out in the paper, sir. It was 2.4 metres long and 0.8 metres wide and 1.8 metres deep.
A ditch, you say?
A ditch.
This is my son's doing! It's about time that boy grew up. Is there anything in it?
No. Look, if you'd like, I'll fill it back in, and I can lay some shrubs on top, catmint. You'd be surprised how quickly it'll cover it over.
No, not now.
No.
I need to be on my own. I've got thinking to do.
The sound of chants.
If anyone can think with that racket. So don't come anywhere near until the morning.
The morning?
You heard.
But sir, as I said, technically I'm finished working here now. And tomorrow's it's my mother's birthday.
Not important.
No. Like you said, not important.
Then get going. No, wait. Come back here.
So,
What is your name?
Adam.
Tell me, Adam, what are they saying?
Saying.
You can hear them, can't you? Out there beyond the walls.
I can.
You live among them.
Yes.
And is it just a few vocal malcontents? Or have you all lost faith in me?
I don't know.
You must know.
With respect, sir, wouldn't it be better if you asked your advisors?
Those flatterers, schemers, cowards. I'm asking you.
But I don't want to involve myself.
I'm involving you. So?
The people love you, President Kareem. They say your leadership, your courage, your wisdom.
You're lying to me, Adam.
I'm not, sir, I promise.
I don't want any more lies, I need the truth. Do you understand?
Yes.
No, you don't. Look. Do you have dreams?
Pardon?
Dreams, Adam. Nightmares.
No, I sleep well in the main.
I envy you. A man can endure many things, but not to sleep. Night after night, waking drenched in sweat, heart thumping. The nightmare you've had implanted on your brain.
The sound of chants.
And now that noise! Every hour of the day and night. Do you think it's getting louder?
It's hard to say, to be honest.
Adam, I'm going to say something to you in the strictest confidence.
Oh, yes, sir. Understood.
Yesterday I was supposed to be on an official visit down near the border. There was a device planted by the roadside. Of course, we kept it out of the news. They insisted on showing me the pictures, though. The shattered limousine, the jarred body of my double, the bloodstains on my upholstery.
That's all, sir.
What does it come to when a leader can no longer move freely amongst his people? His own people, Adam.
The sound of chants. The president looks in the direction they're coming from.
I am told that daily they grow in number, that they become more audacious, that in my wisdom I have no doubt concluded that the time has come to act. Firmly, decisively, in the interest of the nation. But when I look into the eyes of those who proffer such advice, I don't detect any trace of the national interest. Only self-interest, fear, the base animal instinct for survival. Forgive us, Your Excellency, but surely you can see there's no longer any alternative. But on that point they are mistaken. There is always one alternative. And so it is you find me out here at this unseemly hour, contemplating whether or not I should take it. And the truth is, for all my intelligence, education, experience, for the life of me, I don't know what to do. Adam, I need your help.
Me? Oh, forgive me, sir, I'm unworthy.
But here you are all the same. So go on. Counsel me. What is wrong with you, man?
I don't know.
This damn pervasive fear. My pa would often say to me, a ruler cannot have friends. He must remain aloof. He must make everyone fear him. Those words of advice serve me well, but now, when I am most in need of the truth, I find people are too afraid to speak it. Adam, are you afraid to speak?
Yes.
Then you leave me no alternative but to unburden you of your inhibitions. Whatever happens, tonight you will die.
No. Please, please.
There's no point in begging. Your fate is sealed. But I'm handing you the power to determine mine, and that of our nation.
I don't want that power.
Neither did I. I was happily practicing as an oncologist until my brother died. Now listen to me.
The sound of chants.
We will talk, and if by the end of our talk you can convince me the right course of action is to capitulate to that rabble out there, then you have my permission to pick up that gun, shoot me, and throw me into that ditch of yours.
Shoot you?
But don't think that killing me gets you off the hook. My security detail will see to that.
But I just can't take someone's life.
You will have to, if you conclude it is the right thing to do.
But it's not my nature.
In that case, tomorrow I shall fight on as I'm advised, using every and any means at my disposal to crush those who stand in my way. And you, my friend, will be the one who ends up in your ditch.
But my mother, she'll die of a broken heart. I'm her only surviving child, the only one who wasn't stillborn. And even now, after all these...
Silence! There is no room for sentiment here. Papa taught me that individual lives are as nothing when weighed against the interests of the nation. So I don't need any more pleading or sob stories about your mother. The only thing I need from you is that you speak your mind and help me to do the right thing by the people. Is that clear?
Yes.
Then, tell me, why are they angry? Tell me. I'm waiting.
Well, it isn't that... It's not so much angry,
But what?
It's the hours spent queuing for petrol. Having to elbow people out of the way in the market square to grab a loaf of bread. To trudging the streets to find the medicine to keep a parent or a little one alive.
And they blame their president.
They say...
Come on. You have nothing to lose anymore.
They say you brought it on yourself.
By doing what? Refusing to submit to the imperialist powers? Failing to allow a burger franchise on every street corner? Insisting upon our nation's right to develop the weapons to defend itself? Are you telling me any of that is wrong?
No, not wrong.
Well, what then?
Would you maybe just, for the sake of the people, just reach out to your enemies and try to find some sort of compromise?
Compromise? One can no more compromise with them than an antelope can with a lion. So, the animal instinct for survival rears its ugly head.
Now, you will stop this sick game of yours now.
Or what?
I'll put you in that hole in the ground over there.
I thought you were incapable of killing.
Don't make me.
Can't you get it into your head? Killing me won't save you. You are a dead man walking.
Let me go. Do you hear me? I swear I'll do it.
Not without this, you won't. So you might as well put it back. Don't worry, you'll get your chance. At the end of our conversation, one of us will load up that gun and fire it. But we will do that not to save our own skins, but because it is the right thing to do for the nation. Understood? You were saying?
It's not just the hardships or people are just desperate for a little bit of freedom.
Freedom.
To speak their minds. to choose what they view and read, to decide who governs them.
I see your death sentence is beginning to loosen your tongue. So I'll ask you straight out. Do you want freedom, Adam?
Yes.
What are you?
What am I?
Are you from the south, the north, the Central Plains, Muslim, Christian, atheist?
Christian from the north.
Ah, and as a northern Christian, are you not worried about what all those southern Muslims would do with their newfound freedom?
I have Muslim friends.
Oh, and do you feel safe visiting their homes, their neighbourhoods?
No, not anymore.
The sound of chants.
Then give me your blessing, and I will make it safe again, like it was under Papa.
But the protesters, they are peaceful.
What am I supposed to say? Let them protest?
They just want their voices heard.
That may be so. But then others with more malign intent are emboldened. And soon every faction with every grievance under the sun is on the streets, not just waving placards or chanting empty slogans, but detonating roadside bombs and firing live rounds. And before you know it, the whole thing's fallen to pieces. What would we have then, Adam? A nice, stable democracy, where election candidates stand on platforms and politely applaud their opponents' victories? Or a power vacuum filled by warring clans or factions of religious zealots armed to the teeth by their sponsors from abroad, who will stop at nothing until they've obliterated their enemies and the entire country in the process? Is that the kind of future you want for us?
No, it isn't.
In which case, give me the go-ahead to do what I need to do.
But so many people will die.
I know that, damn it. But if you were to rule this land for even one day, you would soon realise it's not about whether people have to die or not.
Then what is it about?
It's about who dies. About sacrificing some lives to save many others.
And this from a man who trained as a doctor.
That was another time. A different profession. Although in medicine, for all that one's mission is to save lives, as in governing, you still have to make those self-same choices around who lives and who dies.
How can you be so indifferent to death?
I'm not indifferent. I'm realistic.
Having your opponents killed in your police stations, your prisons, and your labour camps.
Only the most recalcitrant ones.
That's just being realistic, is it?
Killing is not something I enjoy.
Then stop!
And with that, we'd all live happily ever after. You people, you infuriate me. You cling to your ignorance. You pretend there are easy answers. You hope everything will turn out right in the end, all the while failing to acknowledge reality. Like the meat lover who denies the existence of the abattoir. Are you even listening? What? What is it?
To think, I look forward to this day for so long. Crossing off the days in the calendar, making plans. For my mother's birthday, I had a surprise lined up. A little plot of land I bought near our apartment. The idea was I would use my retirement to make a garden for her. I thought I could put her in a chair and take her down there and we'd sit with a glass of wine and watch the world go by. I was going to show her tomorrow. She would have been delighted, she would, but now she'll never...
We don't have time for this.
But don't you see, she doesn't have anyone else.
I've told you it's not important.
Yeah, but who'll plant her garden for her? Who'll find her medicines? Who will take her to the bathroom in the night?
For the last time, will you stop harping on about your mother? We're determining the future of our nation here. In the circumstances, I couldn't care one jot if the old girl lives, dies, or pisses herself. Who do you think you are? If you ever lay your hands on me again, I'll have you...
Have me killed. I'm already dead. A dead man walking. Just look at you. I hadn't realised it before.
Realise what?
how ordinary you are. Stripped of your tailored suit and your medals, your gang of minders. If you walk down the street, no one would pay you a blind bit of notice. You are nothing. To think that we all feared you, this man barking out his orders from behind his palace walls, making others do his dirty work that he didn't have the balls to do himself.
No, that is not so.
Ah, isn't it?
No, Papa made sure of that.
Tell me.
No.
I said tell me.
What does it matter?
It might help me decide whether I should allow you to go on killing. That's what this ditch game of yours is all about, isn't it?
Very well. It was a long time ago. Papa had organised a number of events to mark the anniversary of our independence. For one of these, he had granted an audience to a group of influential clerics, community leaders, businessmen, and the like. It was not long after my brother's death, and Papa was keen to school me as his heir apparent. I went along with him. Ostensibly, the meeting was to discuss our nation's progress. Of course, it was really a way for him to lay down the law, to warn our guests to cease their petty factional squabbling. There's this one young man, an academic. He didn't twig. He seemed to be under the impression it was some sort of university debating society, and he talked incessantly, raising instance after instance of alleged corruption and police brutality. Papa told him, "You have made your point, thank you." Any sane person would have taken the hint, but not this idiot. He just kept on badgering us, getting to his feet to press his point home. Finally, Papa could take it no more. He pulled out his gun. The whole room froze in silence. But instead of shooting him, Papa put the gun down on the table and slid it to his right. To me. You see, he suspected I didn't have what it took to be a leader. I was too soft. And here was the ideal opportunity to test me, to make a man of me. So I picked up the gun and pointed it at the young man. He just stood there and stared at me, like he was searching deep into my soul. I closed my eyes and I squeezed the trigger. There was this deafening bang. When I opened them again, he still stood before me. I'd hit him in the throat. There was blood everywhere, spurting from his neck, filling his mouth, and then, after what seemed like an eternity, he fell. Lifeless.
Dear God.
It was the look on his face, in that moment of realisation, that his life was about to end. Papa, he could take whatever actions were necessary and sleep like a baby. Try as I might, I cannot be the man he was. To this day, that look, it haunts my dreams.
How could anyone do such a dreadful thing?
The sound of chance.
I didn't want to.
Oh, come on.
But I swear to you, but he left me with no alternative.
So you just had to snuff his life out and put the fear of God into everyone else in that
You
room.
don't understand. We had to teach him. We had to teach everyone there a lesson.
Don't kid yourself. You were loving it. Like a cat toying with its prey.
The chants continue.
No.
Just like you're toying with me now.
Sometimes cruelty is necessary.
What? To satisfy your lust for blood?
No. I hate blood. The sight of blood turns my stomach.
The butcher who can't stand the sight of blood.
It's true. That's why I became an oncologist and not a surgeon.
You were on the wrong side when you were a doctor, but you're on the right side where you belong now, eh?
I didn't want this job. Didn't you see I had no choice?
No choice but to do Daddy's bidding. No choice but to have thousands of innocent people slaughtered in your abattoirs. No choice but to turn a blind eye to that psychopathic brat of yours murders those poor women for kicks and has us dig holes all over the garden so we can dispose of the bodies. No choice but to blow a young man's brains out because he dared to tell you a few home truths.
It wasn't like that.
Huh, wasn't it?
We'd warned him. We gave him every possible chance. He could have saved himself.
The chants become more intense.
But he wouldn't shut up. Why can't you all just shut up? No pity.
Sorry?
A leader cannot allow his own misfortune to cloud his judgment. Otherwise I'd have taken that gun and put an end to my wretched state a long time ago. That goes for you too. Do you hear? You must not pick up that gun out of pity for me, but only if you conclude the interests of our nation are better served by my death than by letting me live.
Suddenly the chants grow louder.
They're on the march. It's already too late.
No, it isn't. Not by a long way.
But can't you hear it in their voices? Their passion, the determination.
What a passion and determination in the face of live rounds.
Bullets won't stop them anymore. They've lost their fear.
If bullets won't work, there are other means.
Sorry?
To make everyone fear me again.
Like what?
Me, so effective but so hideous that I don't know if that's why I need your blessing.
I'm asking you again, what means?
Weapons. Secret weapons. Dropped from the sky. Weapons that will obliterate the traitors, that their homes, their communities,
No!
and will put a stop to this unbearable din once and...
No!
At this, the chants subside.
What's happening?
I said enough. This has got to stop. Now.
Wait. Just wait a second. You are repelled, and rightly so, by the measures of which I speak. But they are as nothing compared to the devastation that those who vie to fill my shoes will wreak on this land of ours.
You may be right, but you are no more the answer than they are.
Then what is the answer?
I don't know, but what I do know is...
Well, what do you know?
See, in the garden, sometimes we light bonfires to burn dead leaves and pruned branches. And when the fire finally burns out, when vegetation is gone where it once grew, all that's left is a pile of ash. Anyone would think that nature's been extinguished from there forever. But then weeks, months later, green shoots start to push their way through, and before you know it, the vegetation has taken the ground back. So much so that there's not even the slightest sign that the bonfire ever happened. You see, even in the most unpromising situations, life has this funny knack of finding a way.
Still blindly hoping things will turn out for the best.
Sometimes hope is all we have.
Hope. Hope. Is that your final word on the matter?
It is.
In that case, it would appear our conversation is at an end. You know the rules of our game?
I know the rules.
Then if you'd be so kind as to do me the service of putting me out of my misery.
President Kareem.
Now that we've... Yes?
Look, we've come to the decision, so is there any point in,
What?
well, you know, me having to go too?
Oh, every point.
I don't follow.
That was the whole purpose of our game, wasn't it? You walking in my shoes. Having to act like a leader and not just thinking about yourself. Besides, as soon as they hear the crack of gunfire, my security will be swarming all over this place. I hardly think they'll be in the mood to listen to explanations, do you?
No.
Then what other possible way out is there for you? Well,
I see what you're saying.
then accept it. And be consoled that unlike the vast majority of your fellow creatures, your life will not have been entirely in vain. That at its conclusion, you will in your own small way have helped to shape the course of history.
I guess.
Are you ready to take your place in the pages of history?
Yeah.
Then let's get it over with. The second one is for you. I would strongly recommend you use it before my people get their hands on you.
You alright?
Yeah. Yeah. I convinced myself I was immune from the petty concerns of the ordinary man. But now, confronted with my own mortality, I find the same selfish instinct for survival burns within me as well.
Burns within all of us, sir.
I must fight it. We must both fight it. And do one final duty by our nation.
Over there then?
What?
Then I won't have to drag you.
Oh, yes. Yes. Yes, I see. The buttons.
Pardon?
I must fix them.
It's alright, just take as long as you need.
Thank you. And afterwards, if you wouldn't mind mopping up the blood as much as you can. I can't bear the thought of them finding me in a disorderly state.
No, I understand. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, Adam. Thank you so much.
Kneel down. What is it?
I'm frightened.
Don't be. It'll all be over soon. No more sleepless nights. No more bad dreams.
No. You will make it clean, won't you?
I promise.
But hold the gun with both hands. That's the mistake I made with the young man.
Don't worry, I'll use both hands. Now, close your eyes.
For God's sake, hurry up.
It's fine. It's fine. Keep your eyes closed. Ready?
Ready.
At this, Adam draws the spade back and violently strikes the other man on the head. The president falls flat onto the ground. Adam puts the spade down and checks the president for any signs of life. Finding none, he uses his foot to push him into the ditch. He picks up the gun and the discarded piece of notepaper and throws them in beside him.
Sorry, sir, but I wasn't ready to go. The animal instinct for survival. All of that. I'm afraid the interests of the nation, they're going to have to look after themselves. I've got my life to live out. Time to cover you with the soil and the catmint. Then, like I said, nature will do the rest. They'll never find you. At least, not long. Not so long after I'm gone. Ma'am, me again. I'm still at work. Something else came up. Don't worry now. I'll be home soon. I've just got a final bit of tidying up to do. And it's a big day tomorrow, isn't it? I've got a very special birthday surprise for you. I can't wait either. I love you too, ma'am. Bye, bye.
He puts the phone away, picks up the spade, and begins to fill the ditch with soil. From beyond the palace walls, the chants suddenly start up again. They're louder, closer, and more angry than before, and carry a palpable sense of danger. Adam stops digging and looks up anxiously in the direction of the chants as the lights fade.
First of all, ladies and gentlemen, we have the playwright here.
I just want to say very briefly thank you to the two actors, Michael and Vincent, for bringing it to life, and for Michael for directing. And also for Jim here, helped me sort of develop the play. Thanks very much, Jim. And thanks to you, Caroline, and Scene Savers. And I think probably I can speak on behalf of all the other writers saying it's really a great opportunity for us to bring our work to life and to get it in front of an audience. So thank you all for being here.